When was the worst time in history to be Irish? Honourable mentions to Cromwell's conquest of Ireland and the penal laws era, but it would have to be An Gorta Mor, the Great Famine. Lasting between 1845 and 1852, a fungus from America began wreaking havoc on Ireland's potato crop. Known as the blight, it turned healthy potatoes into black, inedible, mucus-like mush. At the time, Ireland was under British rule, and the majority of the population were peasants who eked out a living on small plots of rented land from British landowners. The potato was the most calorie-dense crop available, so much so that a third of the population relied on it for survival. When the blight struck, the potato crop was decimated, and around 1 million people died from starvation and related diseases like typhus and cholera. This was around an eighth of the population. Another 1 million people fled the country on overcrowded, disease-ridden boats known as coffin ships, and this led to a huge population collapse. So drastic that it is the only country in Europe that had a bigger population in the 1840s than it did today. The British establishment were widely condemned for not doing enough, as beef, grain and other foodstuffs were being exported to Britain in boatloads, while the poorest people who largely relied on one crop were starving by the thousands. The famine was an indelible stain on Irish and British history, and its echoes reshaped the world we experience today. It's a huge reason why so many Irish people emigrated to North America, and they left a huge impression on the culture of the greatest power of the following century. All in all, the Irish potato famine showed how a bad famine could be turned into an existential catastrophe by an indifferent overlord's reaction to a broken system.